How's it going, everyone? It's K-Limited here, and today we are going to be talking about Garfield Kart, Furious Racing, a sequel to the original Garfield Kart. That's right, there are two of these. I don't know how they even got one, but they have two, which is just amazing, honestly. And the even more amazing thing is that this game is actually good. Garfield is such a weird character to give a kart racing game, but he has one. And like I said, it's not bad. It's actually pretty good. It's a fun little kart racing game. You get to choose between one of 8 characters, including Garfield himself, Odie, John, Nermal, Arlene, and 3 others. You get to choose between one of them. You get to choose your kart, and you get to choose between one of a bunch of different karts. You also get to customize your spoiler, and you can also put a hat on your character, and all these different customization options actually do affect the race. They affect the stats on your car, and because they affect the stats on your car, they will affect the stats in the race. They'll affect how fast you go, your steering, and all that good stuff. And usually I'm not a big fan of that stuff. I don't really like it when the customization options change the actual ability stats of the car, but it is what it is. You know, it's there, so I just kind of have to deal with it, but I don't mind it too much. It doesn't bother me. In fact, there's actually one thing you can do in this game that I think is actually kind of neat. So each character has an assigned kart. You just are able to use the other characters' karts as well. But if you use the character's assigned kart, their assigned hat, and their assigned spoiler, you actually get what's called a combo, and it basically is like a super boost to your character, and your stats like go up even more. And I thought that was actually kind of a neat idea. I hadn't seen a racing game do that before that I can think of. So I thought that was actually kind of neat. In terms of the actual racing, it's actually pretty good, the map design and everything. You have 16 maps, which is actually not bad. That's a pretty decent amount in my opinion. I actually think that that's a very generous amount, especially compared to a lot of other racing games. The maps themselves, they're not thin special. Like, you're not going to be amazed with the map design and the map layout. I think that it's cool that there's different shortcuts you can take, but more likely than not, you're going to be the only person taking these shortcuts because it's mainly just to get puzzle pieces. Like, the AI isn't going to know to take these shortcuts. It's mainly going to be you taking them just to get the puzzle pieces and all the secrets on the map, because there's these little puzzle pieces that you can get, and they're hidden around the map, and when you take these shortcuts, you can get these puzzle pieces, and they'll basically unlock a picture that you can see at the main menu, and I think that's kind of neat. You know, you get to go in this little gallery and see all your pictures that you unlocked. It's just a little thing that I put in the game, so you have extra stuff to do, basically. I've collected them all. Some of them are really hard to find. Honestly, I actually had to look up how to find some of them because I was just like, I have no idea where to find this puzzle piece. And if I didn't look it up, I wouldn't have known. I gotta say that. But it is a nice little touch to just have something extra to do. So when you're done going through all the races, you can be like, hey, let's try to find all the secrets that are in the maps. So that was a kind of a nice thing to have. You do have to unlock all the spoilers and all the hats as well, and you have to go through the races in, you know, different ways to get it. Sometimes it's going through just a single race mode and just going into that and completing each race one by one on 50cc, and that will get you the hats. And then the spoilers, I think the spoilers all come from the Grand Prix mode, and you have to win first place in every single one of the races in a cup to get the spoilers, I believe is how it works. So there's a lot of stuff you have to unlock. There's going to be a lot of replay value in terms of unlocking the stuff and trying to get all this stuff, and it's going to take you quite a few tries to be able to unlock everything. The game itself, like I said, it's pretty fun. It controls very well. I didn't notice any problems with the way it controls or anything like that. The drifting is really nice. You get the boost like you do in most kart games whenever you're doing your drifting. The power-ups, I think, are pretty good for the game. Some of them make sense, some of them don't. I get why there's, obviously, lasagna. The lasagna makes you go fast. You get pies that you can throw at each other. Sure, that works. But then you have a magic hat, and it's like a magic hat and a magic staff, and this ability will swap places with another character if you hit them. So if a character's like way in front of you and you hit them with this magic staff ability, you'll switch places with them. And I think that's a really cool ability, but it just doesn't really make sense for the whole Garfield thing. But then again, some of these maps also don't make sense for the Garfield thing. Like, you're racing around in like Egypt in one of them, and I don't remember that in the old books I read. But hey, maybe that happened in the cartoon, and I don't know. I honestly don't know. But either way, some of the map choices are a little bit weird. But when it comes to just like the normal suburban areas, I think those are nice. I think that the actual areas that are in kind of like, there's this rainy map that I really like as well. There's some more farm country style races and stuff like that. I like those ones. The Egyptian ones, I'm like, these don't really fit in with Garfield, I don't feel like, but they're still not badly designed. You know, the maps themselves, they're not badly designed. I think the maps are just fine. You know, they're not going to win any awards for race design or anything like that, but overall, you know, they're not bad, especially considering that this is a Garfield game and I didn't really have high expectations for them in general. Graphically, I think it looks pretty good. There's that nice cartoony style that has. It's very bright, very colorful. There's not really anything off with the map that you're going to notice unless you are literally stopping dead center in the middle of the race and looking for it. You're not going to notice any sort of imperfections or anything like that just while playing the game and just while racing around the map. The maps look great. The graphics of the game look great. They look very cartoony, very nice, and I enjoy that. The only complaint that I can really think of when it comes to the actual racing, and this is the only thing I would consider a negative, is the actual soundtrack. I do not like the music that plays in this game. I don't like the music in the background. It just doesn't really do it for me. It doesn't sound like racing music. It sounds like almost elevator music or like copyright-free music. It doesn't sound very good. The music is just kind of like kind of a bummer, you know, because you're racing these cars and everything, 150cc, goes pretty fast, so you're racing, going on these ramps and everything, and then you just have this music in the background that's really calming, and it's just like, this doesn't really fit the racing mood. They probably should have picked something a little bit more upbeat than what they had. It sounds cartoony, I will give them that. The soundtrack sounds cartoony, but at the same time, it definitely sounds like a lot of the royalty-free music that you hear people play in the background of like their YouTube videos. So I don't know what it is, but I don't know if this was made for this game or not. But either way, the soundtrack is just very underwhelming, and I did not like that one bit. So is this a kart racing game that you should pick up? Well, it's not my first choice in terms of recommendations. If I was going to recommend a kart game for you on the Xbox, I would probably have to go with one of the Sonic games first, like Sonic and All-Stars Team Racing Transformed, or Sonic Team Racing, or even the Nickelodeon kart racing games. But you know what? For what it is, it's still a good game. It's just, there's so many other options out there that it's hard to recommend this one. But if you haven't played it, and you've played all the other kart racing games, and you're just looking for something different, maybe give it a shot. Because, you know what, it is definitely a breath of fresh air when you've played a lot of the other ones, and you're just looking for something different. It's a good game. It just, unfortunately, isn't a genre that already has a lot of other good games, so it's going to get overlooked a lot. And I can't blame people for overlooking it, because like I said, there's just better games. But that being said, I still think that if you get a chance and you're able to pick this up cheap, you should pick it up because it's on sale a lot of the times. In fact, I just picked this up on Xbox before I was playing on PC, but I just picked it up on Xbox on sale right now for like $9. So, you know, for $9, I think that's definitely worth it. And if you don't have a kart racing game and you're wanting one, hey, $9 for a kart racing game is pretty darn good. So maybe that's just worth it right there. You know, maybe the price of admission is worth it if you don't have a kart game. You know, $9 for a kart game, it's pretty darn good. So if you don't have a kart game, you're looking to pick one up cheap, go ahead and pick this one up. At the time of filming, it's still on sale, November 5th, 2022. Yes, I'm dating this video, I don't care, but it doesn't matter, because I want people to be able to check this game out if they don't have a kart racing game, because you know what, for $9, I can definitely recommend it over the other ones because that is just a cheap, good game. There we go. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe button down below. I'll talk to you in the next video. You'll have a great day. I don't know what that was. I meant to say y'all have a great day, and it came out you'll have a great day. I'll talk to you next time. Y'all have a great day.